Hi there, you guys. Thanks for joining me here at the Oracle of the Feather Crown Tree for a weekly love reading. This is for anyone seeking a masculine energy. And please pick a number between 1 and 4 if you are seeking an energy. This can also serve as a reading if you are already in partnership with someone, and that will be determined by the element that comes out here. So I will also explain the other cards as we go through here, and if you want to see, I have a counter reading to this, the counterpart, if you're seeking the feminine energy. So if you picked number 1, you may be dealing with someone that has a lot of air in their chart or is an air sign. For anyone in a current relationship, if you are dealing with an air sign, then this will be descriptive of that. So what I'm seeing here is you may be dealing with someone that has a little bit of a shape-shifty quality, and that may be because they're very busy. They may be playing quite a few roles, and because of this, they may not be appearing as friendly as, just that there may be an element of irritation that's coming off of this individual because they may be under a lot of stress from overwork, and so you're probably seeing this manifested, and it's going to be hard to see this person for who they really are because of all of this activity that they're involved in. And it may be making them strong. It may be it's not like they're failing at it, like they have a lot of mastery with all this stuff, but emotionally it's not bringing them the greatest satisfaction. Yet they may just be honoring commitments and having to perform all of this activity. Nevertheless, this person seems to have a lot of virtue. They may be very good at carrying things through, completing, finishing what they start, contributing all the way through something, especially kind of like getting things finished and moving on to the next thing. That may be one of their best strengths. They also appear to be very physically healthy, so this may be part of the activity that they're involved in. They may maintain their own health quite a bit and put a lot of energy towards that, as well as anything that they're doing as far as maybe career goes. Okay, so if you picked number 2, you may be dealing with a fire sign, or this is for anyone already partnered with a fire sign. This person feels like almost like home, like they have a very relaxed vibe about them, very down to earth, just normal kind of comes off of them, but a step above normal, like some real mastery at appearing to have it all together. They have a wonderful vulnerability about them, yet it doesn't detract from their masculine qualities. It's so beautiful, and they seem to enjoy a lot of activity as well, like they might be involved in hunting, outdoorsy activities requiring maybe a little bit of strength or valor, maybe sports, maybe an arena that they're really attracted to as well. They seem to have a lot of love and just a lot of energy where they're empowered, like they are activated, and they just feel very healthy. So It just looks so fantastic. So that's mainly what I'm getting off there. The only kind of thing I'm getting is that they may not be looking directly at you. Like they may have their eyes on something else, whether it's a person or just something else, but you may not fully have their attention at this time. Now, if you chose number 3, you may be dealing with a water sign or already in a relationship with a water sign. Now, this individual may... something's going on with the water signs right now. I think there's a lot being asked of them from higher powers that they're not quite even getting. They're acting and just because they feel kind of called to do it. Okay, so this individual may feel like a larger than life kind of warrior right now. They may feel like an old soul. They may actually be older than you. If they're your age or younger, they just may have that real, feeling of having a lot of knowledge that they shouldn't even be in possession of. They may be at once very focused on very higher dimensions, higher ideals. Spirituality may be a big issue for them, not so much religion. And they may be very activated in survival mode too. They may be kind of fighting for the survival of spirituality or the transformation of spirituality. There is appearing to be some energy coming in that is helping charge them. They may be getting activated a lot by the sun right now. And just basically like outside energies that are really fueling this need to strengthen, almost like this spiritual warrior type of energy. And not only are they ready to fight, but they're also ready to defend. So this could be quite a powerful person that has been culminating a certain amount of wisdom for some time and is just really being called to serve a higher purpose right now, I guess maybe a good way of putting it as well. And I'm getting that they may not feel entirely emotionally available, entirely like soft, like they definitely don't feel like a fire sign. I mean, this is a Aries energy that we're getting here. Or they definitely don't feel like a water sign if I said fire sign there. They feel like a fire sign. So there just may be self-sacrifice going on their behalf, or they're putting aside their own nature for something greater than themselves. Okay, so if you picked number 4, you may be dealing with a earth sign. Now, this individual seems like they have a lot of direction, but you've got their eye. Like you may be distracting them from somewhere that they're headed right now. They also have sort of like a mission that they're on that may be for a higher purpose. They may be really driven by a spiritual ideal and wanting to achieve something. They may also be in an energy where they're ready to go to kind of I don't want to say battle, but they're really ready to push through. Like they've got the energy that it takes to move a cause, or to lead a movement, to take charge in a way for like new thought, a new paradigm, how to restructure the way that we are thinking about things. Though they feel very vulnerable, they don't come with a lot of protection, and what they may be using for protection is is fear itself. Like you may see the fear before you even see the person. So if you're dealing with someone that is projecting a lot of fear, it's because they feel so vulnerable, yet so driven towards something that they feel highly motivated to achieve, that also feels like it's being directed by a higher power for them. So they may not be appearing as approachable and, friendly at this time. But, as I've been reading for the love readings this week, it just feels like collectively, like people are having to step out of their energy that is really more habitual for them and are kind of acting in ways that are out of character, it seems. So tread lightly, I would say, if you're one that's used to like jumping in, because I feel like what's being shown right now could be temporary energies that are, through a period of time. And you could be really witnessing how people act under stress and in states of fear and in survival at this time. Okay, so now as we are looking at what they find the most attractive about you, I get a sense that they're really drawn to your feminine quality, to your sense of flow, of just being at one in your environment and wanting to maintain happiness, your emotional aptitude and understanding of how emotions make life function and make life beautiful, and the need for good quality emotion as what makes our reality. So they may be looking at you for that quality, and they may also see you as kind of different than them. They may be attracted to you because you are not just like them. You may be of a different culture than them, which they find very intriguing. And you may not be shy about expressing that. Or if you're not of a different culture, you may really enjoy kind of being expressive about, like there may be an element of dramatic play to you that they find really alluring. Now, as I look at what they find, or what could be the disharmonizing element here of your relationship, I'm seeing that I don't want to have to say this, but I'm going to. I'm seeing that the masculine may have a propensity, and this may be too literal, so we can also make it a little bit more abstract, a propensity towards wine and, if it's women, but, kind of sexuality that may be along the lines of prostitution, or, that's not accepted and well, it's definitely marginalized, this type of sexual exploration. And there's almost an arrogance about their participation in this, and a secrecy about it too. There could be, a different, like a nightlife of this person where they enjoy this type of thing. This could also just be a fear that you have, or a suspicion, but there's something going on with this person's life concerning substances and sexuality, I'll say. So I read this one was meant to be the harmonizing elements of your relationship. So what I'm going to do is revisit this and say that it's not so much as to what's attracting them about you, but how you really harmonize is the beauty of life through the ability to flow with your emotions and to not be stagnant. Like there's this feeling of just expressiveness in this relationship that can just be so exciting and sensual and seductive. Now, what I'm seeing that attracts them specifically about you is that you may be kind of serious-minded and down to earth. Like you have an energy that is at once, grounded but willing to move, willing to explore. And it's an energy that isn't like erratic. So, if they're interested in moving forward or wanting to do different things, like they may really find that you'll come with them, that you'll be able to be together. You may have a quality about you that is just very explorative, yet not overly self-indulgent. So you may even have a position where you have to do a lot of international traveling. And if not, physically, then you may be somehow involved in international something or thought that involves other cultures, other nations. And when I'm looking at what they may find not as attractive about you, is that you're focused on your own world, like your own inner world too much, and the world that you're creating, and you may just seem to be aloof, inaccessible, disinterested, more so into your spiritual development, seeking wisdom by going within, needing to spend time alone, and having this quality about you that is so pure that they don't want to interrupt that. They don't want to disturb you if you're doing a lot of inner work. So you just may not seem available at this time. Okay, now when I look at what could be your greatest area of coming together and really binding together, I see that the feminine energy really enjoys relaxing, and that part of the male enjoys that. The feminine's energy, ability to relax and unwind and kind of be available in the moment and enjoy the pleasures of life. Though I feel like the masculine is almost not completely in tune with that. It's only like halfway in. So I see the masculine really focused on something that feels more higher, like a higher purpose, and they may not be as concerned with, like wholeheartedly, like their whole being may not be completely concerned with pleasure and love and just the routine of being in a sensual partnership. I feel like the energy is light, though, like it's playful when it's at its best. Like there doesn't feel like there's an overwhelming amount of love, that there's more of a a curiosity going on, and kind of just lighter energies exploring the fusion that can happen between them. There may be a history with this couple that is not fully understood, that is not like there may have been a past relationship that was not fully formed, basically. It was only like partially built, and it was never clearly defined, like what was going on here in this relationship. And I see that there is the potential for a fair amount of like building with love, of experiencing emotional calmness, of insight intellectually. And I know that this is supposed to be really like the way that you're really bound together. But I guess if I have to read it as it is, I'm going to say that what seems to be going on, that does seem to be working, is that the feminine needs to relax and enjoy some pleasure in life, while the masculine is somewhat attuned to that, yet focused on something else. I'm not quite sure why I don't see the feminine completely aligned to a more spiritual practice. She seems to be focused on this person's spiritual seeking more, for whatever reason. So that is a wrap. I don't have anything else coming up here for you. Thank you for letting me do this reading, and wishing you all the best. Take really good care.